Good morning. This morning we're going to be crocheting a hat. This hat is called the Rosy Newborn Hat. I found it on Pinterest. So we're going to start with that. That way we can learn some simple crochet techniques. This hat, I'm going to use this pink Karen Simply Soft yarn. Now I'm getting my hook stuck in it. I love this yarn. It's nice and soft. It's great for my kids. This is not my first time using this color and yarn for my kids. I made one last year matching for my daughters. In addition, I'm going to be using my clover hook and an eye 5mm. The pattern calls for a chunky yarn and a larger hook, but since I'm making this for my newborn and my toddler, I'm just not a fan of that, so this is what I chose to do. Let me get my yarn here. Maybe. Now, when we crochet, to start out, you have to make a slip knot. So you take your yarn, I wrap it over on itself. Well, let me do a bigger piece. You want a longer tail than that. Then I take this extra piece here, tuck it behind. So now you have like a circle with a line through it. I take my hook, put it behind that extra tail. Whoops. And pull it up. There's my slip knot. So, now, the first thing that this says to do is to make a slip knot. So I'm just going to slide one through. I did the slip knot, and then it says then crochet 2 chains. So there was 1 chain. So when you make a chain, you wrap your yarn over, pull it through. So there's 2 chains on my hook. Now we never count this chain. This here's the 2. My next stitch is crochet 8 half double crochets into the first chain you made. So we're going to go back to this one here. So we're going to yarn over, go into the first one, put our yarn in our hook, pull through. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull all the way through. That's 1 half double crochet. So now we have the 1, we have to do 8. 2, yarn over in the hole, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 more, 8. Now see how the loop got bigger? That's because we're crocheting in that initial slip knot in that first chain. That's how that works. I've got a yarn debacle going on over here. So when it's like that, you just pull this tight again. And see how it pulled my loop nice and tight? So you pulled on that extra string. Now it says should have 8 stitches. Do not slip stitch into the first half double crochet this round. So in round 2, and here's something I'm going to show you how to crochet over your tail so you don't have to sew it in, because nobody likes to sew in ends. Alright, now we're supposed to do 2 half doubles in each crochet stitch. So we'll have a total of 16. Now, right here is my very first one. You see these 2? I caught my nail in that and pulled it up a bit. See, I have the 2 loops on here. That is a stitch. These V's, that's your stitch. That's what I have this in. So to do my half double, we yarn over, stick it in the stitch. Well, maybe. Yarn over, pull through. Well, I really messed up. Let's back up a little bit here, guys. Here's my tail. I need to kind of put that over these stitches also. So when I go under, I have that on there. This is my tail, this piece here, and it's up there. I still didn't even do it right. Half double crochet. So we have to yarn over in the stitches, have that tail in there, pull through, got my 3 loops, yarn over. There we go. So we just closed that, and we're stitching over this. That'll make this tight, and we won't have any problems with it coming loose when we crochet over this entire piece. So yarn over in the same stitch, grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through the 3 loops on your hook. There's 2 double crochets in your first stitch. Do it again. There it is. 3, 4. Let me get some extra yarn here. Okay. Yarn over. And see, once we did that first time with getting this tail in line, it's just staying there now. It's so much easier. So yarn over in the stitch, pull yarn through 3 loops. Whoop, I dropped a piece of the yarn. You want to be sure and get all of it where that's split like that, or else you're going to have a mess later. That just won't look right. Yarn over, pull through 3 loops. That makes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, there we are. And you see how much of the tail I have left? I'm just going to keep crocheting over it until I don't have any left I'm working with. That way I don't have to worry about it coming loose. Our next round, round 3, it says crochet 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, and then crochet 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. So this is another increase round. But because of how we increase, we don't want it to just, it'll get lopsided if you just keep doing 2. So we have to do the one in between to space it out properly so we don't have a weirdly shaped hat. This says at the end we should have 24 stitches, half double crochet stitches. So we have 2 in the first one, 1, 2. Then we do 1 in the next stitch. There's 3. 4 and 5 will go in the next stitch. 5. 6 will go by itself in the next stitch. See, I'm getting here to the end of my tail. I'm just going to crochet over it and done with my tail. 7, 8 in the next stitch. 9 in this stitch. 10 and 11. 12. 13, 14. 15, 16, 17 in that stitch also, 18 in the next stitch. Now how you should know you're doing this right is 18 is divisible by 3, so every 3 stitches makes a sit. So you had 2 in the first one and 1 in the other one, so that's your 3 stitches. So I'm at 18, 19 and 20 will go in this one. Well, me and this yarn. This is why you should pull from the center or go ahead and wind it in a ball. There's 21, 22, 23, and my last stitch makes 24. There we go. So there's my last stitch. So here we are. We're still working on the crown, and you can see it spiraling. This is a spiral pattern because we're not connecting it at the end. So like how this is the end, we would be slip stitching into the top one to connect it, and then we would start over again. We'd chain up and then we'd start over. But this is a spiral hat, so we're not doing that. And what's nice about the spiral hats is you do not have seams when you look at it later, which is a very nice feature. I do like that. Spiral hats are kind of annoying if you make bigger, like for an adult. You get lost very easily if you don't use stitch markers. With a child and having your count, it's really not as bad. So that's why I'm living dangerously without stitch markers this time to show y'all. Alright, round 4. crochet 1 half double crochet, oh, I'm sorry, crochet 2 half double crochets in the first stitch and 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So this is a stitch count of 4. So everything that's divisible by 4 will mean you'll do it. So we're going to do 2 in the first one, 1 half double, 1 half double, 2, 1, 1. Okay. Our end count should be 32. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 in the same stitch. So that makes 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there completes our next 4. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2 in the next one, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 is in the same stitch as 25, 27, 28, 29 and 30 are in the same stitch, and the last 2 stitches are separate. 31, 32. So there we go. We've completed yet another round, and see how it's just slowly getting bigger.
No, hey, Mommy, no. Mommy's on the phone. You stay here. Don't be rude. Come in here.
Okay, now at this point, if you're making this hat for a newborn, then you're just going to do 1 stitch in each round around and keep going till you get it to the length. I'm making this for a almost 1-year-old, so I'm going to make it for the 12-month pattern, so I'm going to have to keep going around a little bit more to get the circumference I want. So you can either continue going with me to make it the right circumference, or you can start doing 1 stitch in each, 1 half double crochet in each stitch to get to where, to the length you want, and then we'll catch back up for the flower part. It says rounds 5 through 10 is where you just crochet in every stitch around, so you can keep track of that. And round 11 is a single crochet around each stitch to end it. But you can do 5 through 10. I'm going to keep growing and then do those stitches, and I'll catch back up with you at round 11, and then we'll do the flower.
I like that.
Okay, now we're going to continue growing for the 12-month hat. So we're going to do 2 crochet in the first one. And one thing about the spiral you'll see really quickly is you just keep adding stitches at the end. So now we're just going to have 3 by themselves to make a 5 count. 2, 3. 2 in the first stitch, in the next stitch, not the first at this point. So there's 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 2 more.
You're good at counting. You teach it.
13, 14, 15. Now 16, 17 go in the next stitch because it's the 2 together. 2 crochet, the double crochet in each. Let me start again. You have the 2 in this stitch to grow the hat. That's your increase stitch. Now we have 3 alone. 18, 19, and 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Now, 27, that made no sense, did it? I did one too many. Sorry, you guys. So there's the 25. Now, 26 and 27 are in this stitch. 28, 29, 30. Now, 31 and 32 are in this next stitch. That's our increase. 33.
Did you do that? What do you do?
34. 35. 36 and 37 are together. Stop, Ashley, please. 38, 39, 40. Now 2 more. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. There we go. Alright, I'm going to stop here at this time, start checking my circumference and stuff. I know I'm still going to have to get bigger, but I'm not exactly sure where. So I will be doing that. That'll be the next tutorial. Right now we have some getting ready to do in my home. So my next tutorial will be measuring the circumference to do this to the 12-month hat. I also am going to be making one for toddler size in addition to that. So we will come to that. You guys work on this. If this is where you want it to be, like I said, just do 1 stitch or 1 half double crochet in each stitch around until you get it to the length you want. She said 5 to 10 rounds. So that just depends on where you want it. Thank you.